Started. All right, I hear. All right, I got some yeses going in. Good to be here with you guys on this Monday night. And no football this weekend. Of course, Saints aren't playing, so football doesn't really matter this weekend. So no Monday night football for me. We're doing some business tonight. So I'm excited to be here with you guys tonight, jumping on here for a little bit of time, talking about our future, talking about a lot of exciting stuff. I'm excited for all of you guys that are guests on the phone to get some information. And just so you guys know who I am, my name's Fred Graves. I'm actually living in Covington, Louisiana now. I've been for a long time been saying I'm from Tampa, Florida, but that just changed a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. So Covington, Louisiana. And we're about 35 minutes north of New Orleans. So, yeah, we got good food, and it's not great for the waistline, but that's all right. We happy, right? I tell people, if you see people with a big waistline, they're just happy people. And I'm happy. So I'm happy for a lot of different reasons, and the good food just adds to it. But, no, guys, I've been involved now with LifeVantage for November will be 9 years. And honestly, tonight, what I want to do with you guys is just share with you why I said yes and why I'm as excited today as I was when I said yes 9 years ago. Just so you know a little bit of my background, I feel like it's important for you guys to know my background, because anytime people hear of an opportunity, the first thing they do is they size it up to see, will it work for me, right? Will it work for me? They're trying to figure out. And honestly, you guys know that we have a lot of science behind the products we represent. So the first thing you may come up and say is, well, I don't have a medical degree, or I'm not a doctor, or I've never done this type of business before. And so you start ruling it out for yourself. And what I love about this opportunity is I don't really care what your background is. I don't care if you had a good upbringing. I don't care if you had a bad upbringing. This comes down to people that want change in life. If you want change, if you want better health or better wealth, we've got the solution. We've got the answer, and I'm going to prove it to you tonight. I'm not going to sit here and talk about theory tonight. I'm not going to talk about what could be. I'm just going to lay down some facts for you guys. And any and everything I say, if you question it, you can go look it up and try to debunk it, and you're not going to be able to, because we're a publicly traded company trading stock on the NASDAQ, and we've got black and white peer-reviewed science, and there's no reason to sugarcoat anything we have to say because it is that big of a deal. So just so you guys know what my background is, I grew up in Tampa, Florida, and my dad was a general contractor. We grew up, honestly, subcontract for FEMA, doing disaster relief work. And honestly, what we went through this last week and a half over in Florida with Hurricane Michael, that was my life, man. I grew up around it. We were the first responders. My dad, my uncles, we started the storm business. I mean, back when I say we, I wasn't even born yet. My uncles and my dad did it back in the 70s. When a hurricane or a natural disaster would hit the United States, they would call my family, my uncles, and they were the first responders. They would go get the roads cleaned up, get the debris removed, and get the cities back up in order. And so I grew up around that. I grew up around Hurricane Andrew when I was 12 years old. And so I saw the destruction. I saw the massive, I mean, it's life-changing. It's unbelievable what Mother Nature is able to do, but it was a lucrative business, and it was rewarding because you got to help people out. So honestly, guys, growing up around that, I knew that's what I was going to do for life, for my business. I had a passion for helping people. I had a passion for running heavy equipment, and I like to make money. Let's just be honest. So at the age of 16, I was sitting around with some buddies, and we were talking. They're like, what sports are you going to play? What college are you going to go to? And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm ready to go to work. And like, yeah, well, what college are you going to go to, right? Because that's the mindset of the world. If you're going to be successful in life, got to have a good degree, right? Go to school, go to college, get a degree, and then go find a successful business. So honestly, at 16 years of age, that wasn't adding up to me. I knew I wanted to run a business. I knew what I was going to be doing. And it didn't make sense for me to have a professor teach me how to run a business, and that dude ain't running a business. So I decided to go surround myself with people that had what I wanted. And that was the theory I took in life. It was logic to me. If we're all equal humans, the only thing that separates you and I or anybody in this world are the choices that we make in life, right? It doesn't matter about what your childhood was or how good or bad it was. It comes down to the choices you and I make. And so I knew I wanted to run a business. So I decided to drop out of school at 16, surround myself with people that had what I wanted. And I did what they did. And it worked. It worked. Can you believe that? It worked. I didn't have a degree. I don't know how to spell half the stuff I talk about. I make up half the words. I promise you, you guys will hear some words tonight you've never heard before because I'll probably make them up. I'm illiterate. It doesn't matter. I'm happy. I'm excited about life. I'm not illiterate. I'm having a good time tonight with you guys. But here's the deal. That process worked for me. I dropped out of school, chased hurricanes, subcontracted for FEMA, made my first $1 million at the age of 24. And we all know what happened to the economy. And that was around what, I don't know, 08, 09. And I had invested everything I had into a gypsum mine in Dominican Republic. And when the economy crashed here in the U.S., my investors backed out and I lost everything I owned. So here's why I share that story with you, is every single one of you guys on here tonight know people that have gotten hit with the economy. And what I love about what I do is I know that this is a solution to change that. And I know there's a lot of people that get hit by the economy and they're still working. I mean, now more than ever, dads and moms have 2 and 3 jobs, right? 2 and 3 jobs to pay their bills. So that's what I really, really love about this opportunity. It came to me November of 2009. And again, I told you I was going to share with you why I said yes, and I'm going to. And here's why. I think you and I both can agree. We live in a world where technology is changing every day. Every single day, technology is getting faster. It's getting more convenient. It's getting smaller and easier to communicate and do business. And as communication or as technology changes, society adapts. I mean, we want the best available thing we can get our hands on. I don't think many of you would say, no, I don't want this awesome phone. Let me go get a pager. That's nonsense. Even though 20 years ago, you weren't complaining about using a pager because it was the best way to communicate. So at the end of the day, you know as well as I do, as technology changes, you and I, we want the best available thing we can get our hands on. So I saw the world changing, right? I saw the technology changing everything. I saw apps changing the way that we travel, right? And through a car. I saw technology changing the way that we shop. I saw technology change the way we communicate. And I saw this world changing, and I enjoyed it. I liked my cell phone over a pager. But honestly, why I said yes to this is very simple. I was a consumer of all of that. So the world's changing, and I'm a consumer. And yes, I am happy to be a consumer, but at the end of the day, I want to be part of the financial side. So the reason why I said yes is this was my shot. This was a publicly traded company that had patents and on a solution of where the medical world was going. You didn't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to me. You can go look at the black and white research that's done. There's no doctor or scientist that can dispute it. The government is publishing it on their own website. You can't pay your way into that website. It's through a process of research. So I'm thinking, wait a minute. Publicly traded company, patents on a solution the medical world's looking for, research. I don't need to sell people. I just need to show them where to go look at it, and they can't dispute it once they see it. And it's institutions like American Heart Association and Harvard and Duke and LSU, the Institute of Aging, the major medical institutions the world already puts their life in the hands of. For me, this was a no-brainer. This business model is exactly what we do every day. This is natural. This is natural because you and I, when you go eat at a new restaurant, you tell your friends about it. And when you see a movie, you tell them to go watch the movie. When you hear a new song, you tell them about the new song. This is natural for us. So I found out about products with technology that was changing people's lives. So of course I'm going to tell people about it. And because I'm connecting the dots and being the referral, I get paid residually from that. This was a no-brainer for me. So guys, I jumped in head first, and I really didn't know anything about this business model. For me, it just made sense. I get to show people science that's already done. They don't have to listen to me. And the company's publicly traded. It's not some neighbor down the street you don't know. And so I was like, yeah, I'm going to go for it. So I went for it. I dove in head first. 2 weeks, we doubled our money. What I really appreciate about this business model is the systems are in place. I just had to follow people that had what I wanted. I didn't have to go to school. I didn't have to go to college. I have to read no book. I followed a system that was in place. And in 16 months, I was to where my check residually was 10 grand a month residual. And month 28, that check hit $40,000 a month residual. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, 40 grand a month's not that much. Well, let me tell you something. If you're running your own business, you may make more than that. But here's the deal. I have no workman's comp, got no general liability. I've got no employees. I've got no boss. It doesn't really matter. It's residual money, meaning on the 15th, oh, what's today? Oh, that's right. We got paid today. We got paid today. At 15th of every single month, I get paid. And it doesn't matter whether I'm talking to people, educating them about the best products in the world, or on my boat, or fishing, or traveling the country with my kids. Because guess what? I get to be a full-time dad. I get to be a full-time father. You can be those things when you have a residual income. You see, in traditional business, what I love about this business model is in traditional business, you got to trade time for money. And I'm going to be real with you guys for a second. I thought growing up, my job was to provide for my family. Well, it is my job to provide for my family. I thought my success was how big of a house, how much money I made, how nice of a car, all these things that I could provide for my family. You know, there's a problem with that. The problem with that is if all the dads around the world are providing for their families, who's raising the families? And that's the problem. And now more than ever, who's raising the kids of the world? Not mom and dad, because mom and dad are working, providing for the family because they don't have a residual income. So guys, it's just kind of logic. If your bills come every month residually, like here's what really stinks about what happened in Florida. And most of you watch the news and you see the destruction. You go, man, this is horrible. People losing their home. Here's what you don't see. What you don't see is there's no gas stations open. There's no power. There's no Walmarts to run to. There's no nothing. Life has stopped for these people. You know what really, really sucks about that is not that they're worried about getting back on their feet. Their number one concern is I can't go to work on Monday. Think about that for a second. A hurricane just wipes you out. You lose your house. You lose your car. You lose everything. You probably lost some friends. And the one thing you're worried about is I can't go to work because if I don't go to work, I can't pay my bills. Guys, you see the problem? That's a problem, okay? So what I love about this is we can change that. If you see that as a problem, if you don't like the current situation you're in, whether it be time with your family or the money that you're earning, we can change both. That's what I love about this. Let me tell you why we're going to change both, okay? The business side, that's secondfold. The business isn't for everybody. The business is only for people that want more. And I know some of you are happy with life, love your jobs, and I want to high five you because if you're happy doing what you're doing, that's what life's about. Let me tell you why there is a business opportunity, but let me tell you more importantly what's for every single person on this Zoom and every single person in the world. You see, the way that we take care of our health today is we pop supplements. Supplements were designed because the body is deficient in making cells and enzymes, survival genes. You see, what happens if why disease starts happening in your body and why we age is a very simple concept. When your body stops growing, very simple. From the time you're born to 20, you weren't aging, you were growing. You were getting bigger, you were getting stronger, you were getting healthier, you were growing. Everything was positive. What happened is at the age of 16, 17, 18, everybody's a little different, but when your height, this guy, stopped doing this, when you stop growing, not only do you stop growing, but the factory that creates the cells and enzymes that's protecting you in your body, they slow down. So guess what? Now the oxygen that you breathe and the food that you eat, it starts building up in your body bad. And it starts adding to something called oxidative stress. Guys, oxidative stress, it's why you age. Period. Oxidative stress leads to every disease in the world. So think about that. Cancer, diabetes, cholesterol, TOFA, I don't really give a crap. Anything you're going through, oxidative stress is a precursor, and there's nothing you can do about it. There is zero you can do about it. Yes, you can eat healthier. Yes, you can work out to be healthier, to take care of your body, but you're not lowering oxidative stress. It blew my mind when I started researching what oxidative stress, it blew my mind that your extreme athletes that look like bean poles, and you go, golly, they eat nothing but grass, they're so healthy. I'm happy, dog. I eat what I like. But those skinny guys, you think, man, they're so healthy. They have more oxidative stress than happy people, right? Happy people meaning I eat what I like. I'm about to change it. Actually, look, I'm drinking a gallon of water. I cut my carbs. I'm just having fun with you guys. But at the end of the day, oxidative stress is happening. Why? Because you're breathing oxygen and you're eating food, period. It's why you age. What leads to disease. There's nothing you can do about it. So we have patents on a solution. What's the solution? Well, we lower oxidative stress. How do we do so? Because we're turning the body back on. Think about that for a second. The way that you take care of your health is you put an additive in your body, a supplement, because your body's not doing its job. What we have the rights to and patents on just simply turns the body back on. The very reason why you started taking supplements, we have fixed. We fixed the problem. So it's pretty cool. I get to travel the world now, publicly traded company, and people go, what do you do? And I go, we just turn you on. Because, guys, at the end of the day, that's all this is doing. It's not the ingredients of the product. It's not some miracle berry from some foreign island. No, it's ingredients you've been using for years, centuries. But the synergistic effect, that's a hard word for a high school dropout, a synergistic effect of those ingredients trigger your body, a neurological activating product, neurological pathway that produces the enzymes and cells and survival genes in your body. So again, why is our product working? Because you're working. It's making you work to your full potential. That's it. So it's exciting stuff. American Heart Association, go look at what they said. Harvard, Duke, guys, the studies behind what I just told you, it's not from this company. This is our company. We have the rights to it. But we didn't pay for the science. The science is paid by all the institutions you already put your life in the hands of. So at the end of the day, everybody you know is going to be on these products. It's not a question if. Challenge me. You know why I know? Every single one of you have already lived through this. You didn't have these forever. 20 years ago, you had a pager beeper, and you didn't complain about it. This is obviously better technology. And this is why you have this over a pager, because you want the best available thing you get your hands on. It's why when people realize that you can turn the body back on and there's no need to supplement anymore, the shift is happening. Guys, it's a multi-billion-dollar shift. It's why I said yes to this almost 9 years ago. I had no idea I was saying yes to I had no idea. Hold on a second. I got problems here. Someone's trying to log in on this. Hopefully it didn't mess this up. Open, please assign the host. All right. So someone just tried to jump my bridge. Get off my bridge. I'm live with some people that want to know about their health and wealth. So I don't even know what I was saying. What was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. Anyway, here's the deal. We're excited for a lot of different reasons, but at the end of the day, we're turning your body back on, and that's exciting stuff. So here's the deal. What's really exciting from a wealth standpoint is every single person you know, they're going to be using this product, guys. Every single person you know is going to be using Nerf2 activation, whether they hear about it from you or someone else. Do you guys realize that? You have a chance to go tell people about products that are going to change their life forever. They're going to be on it anyway. Okay, so you see why earlier I said the business, it's not for everybody. The product is for everybody. I've yet to find someone that go, no, $1.50 day is not worth my health. I mean, the Institute of Aging says this is the only product in the world that extends life, but no, $1.50 day is not worth it. Come on. It's common sense. You're going to spend $1.50 day to be fully activated. What I love about it is I don't really care what you're trying to achieve. If you have a disease, you need it, because it's going to put the fire out. If you want to prevent disease, you need it because the fire will never start. If you're an extreme athlete, you're going to recover twice as fast. Guys, it's insane what this product is doing. Hands down, the most powerful product in the world. Most important product that you can ever take. My kids have been taking it since they've been 2 because we like common sense around here. And at the end of the day, if we can prevent the fire from starting, we're going to prevent it. I don't want them to start aging. I don't want oxidative stress to start building up. I want them to perform at their best ability, and that's what we've got. So here's what we've done as a company. We know this is where medicine's heading. We know that eventually the shift is going to happen. Let me explain this shift. Motorola made pagers. They don't anymore. Get it? So let me explain this shift. Supplementing your body. People are going to realize the only reason I'm supplementing is because I can't activate. Well, now we can activate. So we know this is where medicine's heading. We know this is going to put a massive, massive hit on supplementation. So what we've done as a company is we know the importance of being first to market. We know the importance of being first to brand. So think about that for a second. When you cut yourself, what do you ask for? Band-Aid. Did you know Band-Aid was the first company to brand a medical adhesive strip? I didn't know that. I thought a Band-Aid was called a Band-Aid. No, a Band-Aid's called a medical adhesive strip. The company was Band-Aid, put it to market first. I don't care who you are. No one's going to out-market Band-Aid. Why? Because they're first to market. They were the first brand that people understood. Think about that for a second. We have where medicine's heading. We can turn the body back on. When people realize, oh my gosh, you mean I don't have to take a supplement for this and this and this and this? I can take one product that turns my body back on, work to its full potential? Yeah. Guess what? We're probably going to have competing companies. I can't wait. I can't wait till the world finds out what we have because they're so far behind. They don't know yet. But when they do find out, I can't wait because it's going to create awareness. When people start doing some research, guess what they're going to find? Bam! The most powerful and first product to brand activation. So what we've done is we've taken this concept of technology, we put it in skincare. We've got patents on it, by the way. I don't know if you guys ever heard of a small company called Estee Lauder. Estee Lauder put a press release out saying they're going to start formulating a skincare line that activates Nerf2. You're late. We already have it. Isn't that cool, though? A multi-billion-dollar company is going to start formulating what we already have, and we've got patents on it, by the way. You can look it up. We have this same technology in weight management. We have it in energy. We have it in a product for your dog. And in 3 weeks, we're launching hair. And no, I got your jokes. I've been hearing the jokes for a while. Doesn't make your hair grow back, but guess what? If it's thinning, it'll stop that, and it'll make it thicker, and you won't have all the crap that your cheap shampoo does. So it's exciting stuff. We're cutting edge. I mean, the results that we're seeing with that is life-changing for people's scalp right now. It's going to be a shampoo, conditioner, and a scalp cream. Again, guys, we're not a company that's going to represent product to just make revenue. We don't need to. We have where science is heading, and we own that science. So we're just going to go own every category that we can. And guess what? This is going to be a multi-billion-dollar movement. So let's talk about money for a minute. Let's talk about business for a minute. If you go eat a restaurant, do you tell your friends about it? Yes, every single one of you do. So you now have been told about a product, and I'm sure you're going to research it. Please do. You're going to see that research says that this is the only product that extends life, right, and slows the aging process down. Of course you're going to tell friends and family about it. And because you went out and you picked the phone up or you message them on Facebook, you get a referral fee. That referral fee pays you every month. You know why? Because these products are consumed every month. Guys, I have 48,000 people every single month that order this guy, and it gets shipped to their house. I don't know 48,000 people, but yet a small piece of a commission sends to my house today, actually, off of those 48,000 people that order this product around the world. So, guys, what's really exciting about residual income is I'm not trading time for money, guys. I'm going to wake up in the morning, I'm going to take my kids to school. And guess what? When they get off of school, I'm going to pick them up. So it's 8 o'clock here, 8:25, and I put my kids to bed. But guess what? I had dinner with them, and I took them to their tennis clinic after their school. I'm a dad. I'm a full-time dad. And yet I get to tell people about products that are changing lives. I get to help people financially because most people are living paycheck to paycheck, okay? And the only reason I say that is when I got involved almost 9 years ago and I started talking about potential income, people snarl. They're like, oh. When you start talking about money, they get mad at you. And I'm like, why are people mad at me? And I'm showing them a way to make money. And here's what I found out. People don't like talking about money because 75% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, meaning you can't pay a bill until your check is clear. I wouldn't want to talk about money either. So let's change that. That's what I love what I do. If you're in that situation or know people in that situation and they want out, here's a solution. You get to position yourself in front of a multi-billion-dollar movement. And again, the movement's happening. What I love about it is the system's in place. And I'm sure a majority of people out there are working a full-time job. I don't have a full-time job. And nor does half the people that invited you on this call. And guess what? We've got a system where you can leverage our time until you gain yours back. That's the power of this business model. It's leverage. In traditional business, if you work 10 hours, you get paid 10 hours. If you don't work, you don't get paid. In this business, we've got a mass distribution model. We help people succeed. And honestly, if you want to be successful in this, you got to help people be successful. So guys, what this is really about is your future. And what I tell people all the time is you can predict your future. You can look at where you're at today. You can look at where you're at the last 5 years. And I'm telling you right now, if the last 5 years, your daily routine has not changed, and you don't plan on changing your daily routine in the next 5 years, guess what? Your daily routine, your income, your life's not going to change. This is a bone for the masses. Let me explain that. Most successful people had an uncle, a cousin, a brother, a neighbor. You know it because you probably have said the sentence or the words, wish I were them, or they're lucky they knew Joe, or they're lucky they knew Daddy, something like that. What I will tell you is majority of time in business, you need to know someone or you need equity or a massive line of credit to start a business. What I love about this is you just need a desire of change. If you have a desire of change, you can change your life. You can change your life. You can take control of your finances. You can take control of your future. And you know what? I'm telling you, the suckiest part about that hurricane in Florida is people have lost their surroundings and they're worried about where their next dollar is coming from. They're not thinking about anything else because they can't do anything else without the next dollar. So don't get caught in the rut. Do something about it before you're in the rut. Dig the well before you're thirsty. Have a plan B. It blows my mind how many people wait and go, I never thought this would ever happen to me. And then they're screwed. How many people do you guys know? Because I know you're on Facebook because technology's changed the way you've communicated. How many times on Facebook have you seen someone go, man, I worked there for 23.7 years and I only had 16 months to go and I was retired. And they fired me. They let me go. Why? Because technology is doing away with people's jobs. You go to McDonald's. Don't go to McDonald's. But if you do, you don't even need to talk to people. You can literally order off of a stupid screen. Amazon, you don't even shop anymore. Grocery stores are delivering your food. Guys, the world is changing, and if you're not changing with it, you're going to get left behind. We're a publicly traded company. We've got patents on our products. They're life-changing. The results will blow your mind. We're helping people. What are our goals? We're not talking about Lamborghinis and Ferraris. We're talking about being a dad. We want to help dads be dads. We want to help husbands be husbands. We want to gain your time back. How about providing for your family and having time to enjoy your family? That's what LifeVantage is. And if that's exciting to you and you want that, get back with the person that invited you and let's talk. The ball is in your court. If you want better health or better wealth, LifeVantage is the answer, and you better get with them. Because I'm going to tell you right now, in the next 5 to 10 years, you're not going to have the opportunity of being a part of the health or the wealth part of it. You can take these products 10 years from now. And more than likely, if you say no now, you're going to be on them anyway, right? You're just prolonging not being healthy, which is crazy to me. But at the end of the day, what's happening today is a massive opportunity financially for you. And let me tell you something, 9 years ago, the stock was trading at 36 cents. I bought some. Today, it's 10, 11 bucks. Let me tell you something, 12 months from now, don't be surprised if it's not 30 or 40 bucks. And what's crazy is some people go, oh my gosh, we could triple our money in a stock. Yeah, who cares? You go make triple your money in stock. Yeah, I have money in stock and I'm going to triple my money or quadruple my money, but I want to talk about financial freedom. I want to talk about not trading time for money. I want to talk about providing for my families from home. And if that sounds good to you, this is the answer. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed this information. Get back with the person that invited you because I'm telling you right now, we're going to $1 billion and it's happening fast. It's happening really, really, really fast. So you guys have a great night, and we'll talk to you guys later.